Blog Talk Radio.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Sunny D. Guys, you want to say hi?
What's up, people? It's your boy Clint. You already know. Get at me.
Willie? All right. Willie, did we lose you?
I think we
All
might
right,
have
yes.
lost Willie.
Yes, like right in introduction. Willie, come back to us. But just like, I'm like, Willie, nope, okay. Call dropped, he'll figure it out. Anywho, it is March 22nd, 2018. I want to welcome you guys to tonight's show. If you're listening right now, you're on blogtalkradio.com/GFT radio show. Now, Willie, you want to say hi?
Hi, this is Damon.
Oh, I thought that was Willie. Hey, Dame. That's
Hey,
Willie
how
now.
you
Hold
doing?
on.
What's going on, Dan? How you, brother?
Willie, we got you back?
Yeah, I don't know what just happened. That was weird.
Yeah, you just left us real quick. But yeah, we got a great show for you guys tonight lined up. It's going to be a very interesting topic. So if you want to join in, phone number is 657-383-1155. And if you guys want to join in the conversation, you can tweet us at GFT_radio.
That's a bet.
Yeah. Give out our merch.
Yes, definitely. You can go to teesprings.com/stores/GFT radio and cop some merchandise. Hit us up, let us know that you liking our different apparels that we have. We got a couple of different looks, different sayings. We got mugs, sweatshirts, hoodies, all that. So definitely check that out.
You already know.
Right?
Yes, that's
So,
definitely
Clint,
high quality merchandise.
So, Clint, you want to tell us how you come up with the topic?
Well, I remember during our end of the year show, we was talking about we wanted to retouch some topics that we did before, and just add on to it or take it into a different direction. And this topic for me spawned from the topic we had about what's your number through body count. Remember we did that episode when we talked about body count.
The body count. Yep.
Yeah, the body count episode. So I figured, because I was in a couple little group chats to where people were saying, that they really, if their partner had a promiscuous past or was, like labeled a whore or a man whore, because this discussion goes both ways. It ain't just about women; it's about men too. Because women were saying the same thing. Like if they found out, some didn't want to know, and others was like if they found out, it would make them feel some type of way. They'll probably look at their mate different, and others were just more. Well, they had more so. Well, everybody has a past. What was before me was before me, what's now is now. But, I just wanted to touch on it, see where everybody's mind was at. Do you feel like a promiscuous past should matter? And if it does, why or why not? And do you think it's, and I see you got a couple bullet points here. You talking about can a marriage change a cheating heart? Or, I think that's a good ass question right there. Can marriage change a cheating heart? You feel me? I guess we're going to get into that too. But for right now, I just want to know where y'all stand at on the promiscuous past.
Well, I mean, I kind of want to go first because I feel like this. You should know, like, we goes back to the topic we said last week. You should know who you're dealing with. Like, what type of person you're dealing with. Those are questions you should ask or find out, or those things you should know at the beginning or at some point prior to marriage.
True.
So, I mean, if you knew it was a stock pocket and you still love them, like, ain't nothing going to change. You knew it was a stock box and you still love them, so, keep it pushing.
But what if you didn't know when you found out?
I mean, that's kind of hard to hide in this day and age.
Not really.
Or not necessarily, yeah. Some people that can keep pretty good tight grip on their past. You know, they keep a tight lid on things that's gone down. That's why I was like, when is it too late? Like, what's the, you know, what's like, you know, like you already in love, you already right there, you know, ready to jump that room, and then the truth starts to come out, or some big reveal happens, or some bomb drops, and you find out this person wasn't quite what you thought.
Yeah, I think, like that's important. Like for some, I could understand their point of view of, well, you know, it didn't hurt. You know, it didn't hurt me not knowing. Like, you know, you see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know beforehand everything was good. So since I find out now, why should I change? Because it's in the past. You know, but some people like, well, hold on. You feel me? Part of the reason why I felt the way I felt about you is because I thought you had a cleaner past. Like, I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't know your past was that, you know, I don't know if I really want to do it. I don't know you as well as I thought I did.
That goes into people rushing into situations. I mean, not everybody does it, but when you take time to get to know a person and not rush and just jump in a relationship and without fully knowing knowing the person, eventually, like if you take the time to know somebody, you're gonna know those types of things about them, because you're gonna be brought in situations where stuff can happen, like you know, you find out little things. There's little hints and little things you have to pay attention to. I mean, because at some point, it not to say the whole truth will come out. Like you'll get an inkling that something ain't right, or maybe they lied about something they said before. But I know from past experience with guys, as a female you date, they ask you questions. Like one of my exes used to ask me questions and then like remember the answers, right? And then somewhere down the line, just like randomly ask me and like, well, last time you said X, Y, Z, or you know, and this, that, and the third, or you didn't say this part of X, Y, Z, and it's like, bitch, was you sitting there counting? Like, was you, I mean, not, was you sitting there like writing down everything I fucking said? Like maybe I missed a minor detail. She's like Inspector Gadget on this shit. Like some guys are like that. Some females are like that too. They investigate. You tell them a half truth, they find out the whole truth, and then they'll wait to see later on down the line, did you lie? They'll try to catch you in a lie. People have done that.
Right.
Like little things, like something simple as you walking down the street, somebody saying hi to you, and you just like acting like you don't even know what the hell to do. You set yourself up sometimes.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, oh, go ahead, brother.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say, you know, I think if people take the matters from, you know, the perspective of, you know, it is what it is, right? Like you can't change somebody's past, right? You can't change what they've done in the past, and you can't insert yourself into a situation that you were not a part of, right? You know, and what I mean by that is, you know, I've seen it where people get jealous because, you know, maybe the person that they're dating, you know, maybe had so many different, you know, love interests or relationships, you know, and they feel like, oh, you know, you were out there just dating anybody or just giving your heart to anybody, you know, that kind of thing, and they feel like that's a problem, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, you can't insert yourself into that situation to think that just because you didn't have those kind of relationships in the past doesn't mean that you should punish that, you know, your boyfriend or girlfriend about the fact that they had good relationships in the past. You know, it's not their fault that those relationships didn't work out. You know, I mean, if it was, it was. But you know, whatever the case may be, thing is that you can't say, you know, this is a problem because, you know, they happen to have nurtured relationships for long periods of time, and they just eventually, you know, you're like, well, now I'm number 7 or number 12, and it's like, well, you know, some people just kind of have it like that. You know, maybe they didn't have the drama relationships that you had. You know, and you can't blame them for that. You know.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, you're so into long term, maybe. I had The fact that you go ahead, Clint. I'm sorry.
Oh no. Go ahead.
But the the other thing I was going to say was just from a promiscuous and sexual relationship or sexual situations that people get into, again, you can't judge people based on what their past is. If they're faithful to you, or if they're trying to be in a monogamous relationship with you, and you can see that you can trust them, then why punish them for their past? You know what I mean? Why make them feel like every time that something comes up or somebody says something regarding being promiscuous or being a hoe or whatever the case may be, bringing it on their head. That's not, I don't think that's right. If they, especially when they are trying to be with you.
I guess it. Go ahead.
But then it goes to I think Willie kind of hit the nail on the head. It goes to what it's a situation like say if you meet somebody that's bisexual or a male or a female for that matter, their sexual past may be different from yours if you're not that type of way, and if you're planning on dating this person, it's like, oh, I can't date you because you did all the other stuff that I never did, or I'm judging you because of what you did in your past, and therefore I can't marry you. It's the past. If they're not currently doing that and it's not an issue, why bring it up?
True. I mean, I guess you go back to like what you said earlier, communication. You feel me? If you're already cool with it, or if that's already should be understood at the door, basically, what's what. But everything don't work like that. I mean, I guess the crutch to the whole thing is, we're being a little PC about it. You feel me? Because when I initially, sent out the thought about it, my initial thing was, can you turn a hoe into a housewife or a husband? You feel me? So I guess the point is, I feel like we're beating around the bush a little bit. Can somebody, we know that some females or dudes that's out there fucking everybody, you feel me? Do you think they can change their ways and be faithful? Or even if they decide to get married, you feel me, they still going to do their own thing?
Yeah. Well, I know a guy like that he got married. I thought he was happy. Everything was great. And, of course, he ended up cheating. Was I surprised? No. Why? Because that's who he was since I've known him. So I initially thought that, hey, he's happy. This is the best shit ever. Like, they found somebody to tame his ass, and then it didn't happen that way. So but then what were you saying?
No, I was agreeing with you. I mean, people can change their ways if they really want to change. That change has to come from within. They have to be, settled and okay with leaving things in the past. If you want to go on and evolve as a human being and get better and do right by, I guess, your current spouse or relationship you're in, you just want to settle down, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, let the past die. If you I told my ex-wife before we got into a real relationship, like we started moving forward as a serious couple, I told her about X, Y, and Z, about my past relationships, just in case somebody's, some comes up with some drama, because you know how people can be petty. And, she was okay with it at the time. I'm not going to go into other details about, our relationship because she's not here to defend herself. But my current wife, she's okay with everything in the past. I told her about such and such relationships that happened and didn't happen. If she wants specifics, I'll tell her openly, honestly. Like most of the people that I've been with was serious relationships, not just one-nighters, And I know a couple of people who've become great husbands and wives from being more promiscuous. So it is possible to change your ways. Do those desires come up every once in a while? Sure, we're all imperfect and have issues.
Okay. I mean, I can dig it. I feel like you are who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? Yeah, it may be, select few could completely change their ways, but, a person's nature is a person's nature. When things go sour, they go always revert back to what they know. You feel
Now,
me?
Yeah.
Who they are.
Well, so I think though people sometimes they get blamed for things because of their past, based on old actions. Kind of what you're saying, Clint. Is that sometimes people are gonna be who they are, right? And I think if you're in a relationship with somebody that knows your past and they see certain actions and activities, it doesn't have to be sex. It doesn't have to be relationship wise. Maybe you were a drug user or alcoholic, or maybe you used to get involved in illegal activities or something like that, and you start getting back into a pattern, right? I think that sometimes people start to assume that you're, like you said, reverting back to things that you used to do, or reverting back to things that the way you used to act and that kind of thing. And so I think sometimes it can work against you, and you can't really be really some people when they based on that if you are following a certain pattern, but I think that if the pattern is not there and people are gonna assume that you're doing something just because of your past, I think that's wrong, because you shouldn't just constantly judge somebody based on something that may have gotten over or may have gotten through, learn their lesson. I mean, if you like I used to smoke cigars back in the day, like on a regular basis, and I don't smoke them anymore. Now if somebody was like, "Oh man, you probably still smoke cigars. You probably still buying a pack a day," and it's like, I'm not even doing anything that would even remotely, look like I'm doing that. But if they keep judging me on that, that's not right. You know what I mean? So.
No, but also, what reflects on it is the tendency. You might have those tendencies, or you might still have that inkling to, I guess, flirt with the opposite, or if same sex, depends on your outcome. Following up on those instincts and those desires. Like I might see a beautiful woman, or my wife might see a handsome man. Do we act on those instincts of wanting to flirt with them, or go on those impulses? That's one thing. Like my wife, she points out beautiful women to me, and like, oh, she's cute, or this and that. I'm like, yeah, but I know where to draw the line, because when she first did it, I thought it was a trap. I thought she was trying to trick me. Like, see what type of person I was,
It still is.
No, I'm like, hey, I'm just being real. You know how some people are. Just like, is this a trick? I don't know how to take this. So
you just be mindful with your words. Don't. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, you get slapped up in the face real quick.
No, but I was like, she all right. You can be honest. She just wanted to know where I stood. Like I told her what I liked and didn't like. But as we got to know each other, she knows that if she thinks that I'm going too far with talking to somebody or having an improper relationship, she'll like, I don't like this or like that. She'll let me know, and I'm like, okay, I understand, and I'll stop it. I'm not going to pursue it or try to defend myself like, well, she's just a friend and you're overreacting. That's not showing respect to her, and that's kind of validating her fears if you don't just take into consideration of coming from your past.
True. I guess I can dig that.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like what I was just saying, in terms of not being overreacting to the fact that if you are following a pattern, people can assume things, So yeah,
right.
That takes a lot of understanding to realize that that person even though they are making assumptions against you, that you kind of have to understand where they're coming from. It takes a lot. That a lot of times you can lash out because you feel like you're getting unduly accused and that kind of thing, which that's understandable too. But it's from a different point. That's real. That's a whole different type of love when you can take that step back and realize, okay, maybe it's something I'm doing, or maybe something in this situation look right, or that I need to take a different perspective on in order to understand where my loved one is coming from.
Okay, let's take it another level. Now, what is said mate in the past you come to find out have relations with somebody you know or a couple people you know? Does that change anything?
Awkward. Like, damn. Very real. Like, shoot. It is what it is. I mean, how far in a relationship are you with this person? Is it new? Is it?
Okay.
I mean, circumstances change everything. If you're deep in a relationship with this person, just go more in detail with questionings of how you feel and how you really feel. What you thinking. I mean, that's what your spouse and mate is for, so you can relate how you feel about the situation.
Okay.
I mean, myself, I think a lot of times, we have to once again the situation for what it is, right, and realize that sometimes you can't insert yourself into the situation and try to make it about you. You know what I mean? Because you're dating somebody who maybe dated your cousin or your best friend or whatever. I mean, if it's best friend, you probably should have known that they dated your best friend, but if it's something like that, like a distant relative, and they just didn't know, and or they didn't think to mention it, and it's it's like
so Morris Chestnut best man situation,
or the 5 heartbeats.
Or the 5 heartbeats.
the
just saying.
Was a little different, he stepped in on his boy relationship and did him dirty. That was different, I think that's a little different. Being that they let it go so long, I think you can kind of throw that up in the air, right? Because I know I would be upset. I'd be like, look, y'all went too far, and one, I didn't know about it, but then it went way beyond. It'd be one thing. It's like, oh, we made a mistake and kissed, or we, had dated for like a hot minute while y'all were on a break. That kind of thing. It's like, okay, I feel you. That happens, but to have sex while we in a relationship, that's not curb on
cheating.
That.
No, that's just cheating.
Yeah. That's not. I wouldn't consider it. I wouldn't consider this. Here's how I feel about that situation. I would feel like if I'm dating you, let alone about to marry you and all this other shit, if you fuck somebody that's in similar or close proximity to me, especially a relative, you should be telling me. There's no way, like, because as soon as you realize that I'm cool with that person where I hang out with them often, or they are relatives, you need to tell me. As soon as you find out, like, that's your cousin? Oh, shit, I need to know. Because you should tell me before they get a chance to tell me. If I hear from them, I feel like you were trying to hide things from me, and therefore you're lying by omission.
So
I would definitely want to know, or I'm smacking somebody upside their goddamn head.
See how things change when it hit closer to home.
Right.
Yeah, but that's not even being promiscuous. You could just have fucked them at some point in time in your life. You should tell me. Like, you ain't have to fuck everybody, but you fuck that one person that's a cousin or a sister or a niece. Bitch, I need to know.
I feel you. But past, that's like Willie said, that's that past coming back to home.
That's why I said those. Yes, no, that is, but.
And you feel me? Like, it's coming back to haunting. Yeah, he may not have that intention. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like he may
But I just feel like
he
that's
may
something
not
you
never
definitely
knew.
should say.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
guess.
if now you know, it'd be messed up is if you have a wedding, and invite your extended family members, and he know her by another name because she done gave him a fake name, and y'all getting married, and this bitch smiling at you like, yeah, I fucked your man. I'm like, whoa, that's she might get slapped.
That's too funny. That's too funny.
Yeah, but then again, it's certain things you should know, like in this world of social media. In this world that we live in, social media, if I'm taking pictures with this nigga and he on my page and I'm saying we about to get married and you fuck them and you family, you need to tell me because he might not have met you yet with me. Like he might generally not know that she related to me, you know? And we show up at the wedding and you fuck my dude and like now you telling me like, bitch, no, you should have. I got pictures of the nigga on my Facebook. He on my Instagram. This nigga be on my Snap with me. Come on. Should have rung a bell because I could have asked him about it. And we could have had a conversation, you know? Like, don't wait till the wedding day and want to tell me because I'm going to slap you inside your face. But, you know.
But, yeah, another thing is, though, don't, along the lines of what I had earlier, I had my thought, I just lost it. Come back to me. I'm sorry.
I want to give out the number before we jump back in. If you guys want to call in, 657-383-1155. All right, y'all go ahead.
Okay, yeah, the past. No, it depends on, is this person in your past that you had relationships with before, are they in your future, in your life now, or is it just in the past? If it's just in the past, I'll just say leave well enough alone.
Oh, right. You got a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of goes back to what I was talking about last week with the being friends with the ex and that kind of stuff, right? And, you know, people trying to defend those relationships, you know, and it's like if you want to be serious about the relationship you're in and that person wants you to either quell those relationships or with somebody that you relationship with, or they have issue with you hanging out with those kind of people all the time, you gotta respect your relationship, or you gotta make a choice, right? You gotta be like, if that person has a problem with it, you gotta make a choice on, are you gonna be loyal to this relationship, or you gonna be loyal to this person that was in your past, right?
Right.
You gotta be the bigger person to make that grown up decision.
Yeah.
Right. I made mention to my wife of how one of my closest friends now, we didn't intentionally start dating. We just became friends first. We kicked it for a minute. Then it didn't work out. No hard feelings, just one of those things. But we still remain friends. I let her know about that. She's okay with it, but I keep in contact with her, like, hey, how you doing? Or I'll see her at a function or something like that, but I don't kick it with her like that out of respect for both our marriages and both our needs.
Excuse me. I can take it. I don't know.
At least you're not pursuing a relationship with that. You're just being cordial, right? And that's okay.
Right, because we're still friends, even though nothing came about of us dating from before. We don't have those feelings. At least I can say honestly, I don't have those feelings no more. I just say, no, she's a nice person, just didn't work out.
Right. Yeah, because I think it goes down to intentions, and I think if a person trusts you, they can trust your intentions, but they may not trust the other person's intentions, right?
That's not I was about to just say that. I was about to say it's not really solely based on yours; it's based on other person. Because people just be doing sneaky ass shit.
Yeah, real sneaky and just doing too much, doing the most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm skeptical. of the reformed hoes.
So
come on, man.
I guess the question then, Clint, is like what would do it for you where you would be in a relationship with somebody and don't find out until, I mean, literally, like what would you do if you found out that your fiancé was the around the way girl.
Oh man. Oh man, that'll break my heart.
Well, I found out I was in love at one point in time with around the way dude.
Yeah.
I literally went to the party last week, and I found out he smashed a homie. I'm like, yo, we sitting there like, yo, I was in love with this dude. I was in love with him too. Yeah. I'm like, oh man, we sitting there while he's right there, like looking at him like, yo, you smashed the homie. I'm like, you smashed the homie? He's like, I don't even know what to say. I'm like, oh man. But of course, it was well before I met him. But it was just like, I thought that was we laughed about it because we all were intoxicated. But it was just funny to realize that I could actually say to this dude, you smashed a homie, because he literally smashed a homie. Like that's my ace. You smashed my ace, so we both fuck the same dude.
Sonny, did your voice really get that high though?
Huh?
Did your voice get that high too when you found out?
Who did I what?
Did your voice get that high when you found out too?
Yeah, I was like, yo, you smashed a homie? He was like, what? I was like, you smashed a homie. I said, just like that. And we were standing right there, so he couldn't deny it. He just ain't know what to say. He just looked at us like, y'all crazy. Like, you smashed a homie.
I remember, like, I can't walk into a venue, you know what I mean, with my girl on my arm, you know, and knowing in that venue, probably like 4 or 5 of the homies done, you know what I mean? Like, nah.
Hey, but Clint, you can look at it that way, but you also look at it the way of, hey, she's with you now. She chose you.
Nah,
I'm trying to put a spin on it. I'm trying. I'm trying.
He tried.
I'm the one she decided to settle down with. No.
Look at it like this. Look at it like this from a female's perspective, right? From a female's perspective, y'all dudes sleep with mad chicks. You probably slept with like 3 of her homegirls and don't even know it. Like y'all dudes be like smashing like mad bitches, right?
No.
I'll go that way.
I'm not personalizing it. I'm not personalizing it. I'm making a general statement. Don't take it personally. If you take it personal, I'm have a suspect question up. But I'm generalizing. Usually, it's the guys that sleep with a lot of females. Like their number is like ridiculously higher than the females, or you know what I'm saying?
No.
This is not you have to have it.
And realize, you know, I'm being realistic about it. Like let's
a lie.
Ain't we grown?
That's a fact.
Ain't we grown though?
Yeah,
you be having a real conversation, right?
Yeah.
No, but are we having a real conversation right now?
And the female numbers are way higher.
No. Don't backtrack to females. Are we not having a real conversation right now? All right.
And I'm telling you, your numbers are higher.
You would agree that it's a lot of dudes that have slept with a lot of females. I'm not personalizing it. I'm making a general statement.
Me too.
So don't take it personally. I'm just saying, realistically speaking, it's a lot. You know, way more dudes that have fucked quite a few bitches. Quite a few. So it's the likelihood of him fucking one of her friends.
I mean,
so now this bitch fell in love with him.
Right, I got some friends that's like that. I got some friends that's like that.
Yeah, exactly. Let's be honest about it. I got bitches that's like that. I know girlfriends that are like that. But anyway, I'm just making this statement. So it's also likely that she done fell in love with this dude, and he been a thought box since he was about 13, just fucking everybody, you know.
What?
And
you want to know why I know women's numbers?
He was in a relationship, but he's still fucking everybody.
Y'all get offered sex way more than us.
Huh?
You feel me? Y'all get sex thrown at y'all way more than us.
Let's make this correction. We get offered it more than y'all. We get offered it more than y'all. Yes, we do. Do we fuck everybody? That's the question. Some bitches do, and some bitches don't.
Oh no!
If I could screenshot my inbox of the random offers to fuck, and if I tell you how many times I fucked in the year 2018, it's an enormous difference. That's the difference.
Right. And
then now, not only is that the difference, it's also how many people in 2018. So if I could tell you that I fucked one person in 2018, and out of 30 or 40 inboxes of offerings of what they want to do to me and all this stupid shit, like that's the difference. We get offered it way more than y'all.
much stuff. All I know is black men don't cheat. You know?
All right.
I have no clue what you're talking about, fellas.
Like, and I'm standing behind this.
Yeah.
Y'all know I'm telling the truth. And I'm not sitting here saying that bitches that don't do the same thing. It is. It's
right.
quite a deal. And I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, generally speaking, let's be real grown, have this real ass conversation, and stop beating around the bush. What you say? Ain't no pussyfooting around here.
Right, and I think we all look at it from both sides and all the perspectives, right? In terms of, there's a lot of jealous people, a lot of people who are going to bring up these old things, and this goes to my second point about the mate bringing up old situations and using them against you, right?
No.
I've seen that. Some of my friends, some people, I just kind of noticed it happening to them. Luckily it really hasn't happened to me, but I know that people go through that, right? They go through those scenarios where they got that mate that's gonna be like, oh, remember when you used to kick it with broke Bobby down the street, and he ain't never had it like me, and blah blah this and blah blah, and it's like, bruh, like you can't determine my worth based on who I dated in the past, or you can't determine my mindset based on who I used to kick it with, I mean, I've seen people bring that kind of stuff up and just kind of twist it on a person to try to either get their point across or make that person feel smaller and that kind of thing. I mean, I don't think it's right, because it's a poor way of judging a person, in terms of the things that they've done in the past that has nothing to do with you.
I put it like this: the past is the past. You have to worry about the future. So as long as that motherfucker ain't bringing you no shit that you can't get rid of, or you bringing shit, period, you good. Like, bitch, you can fuck everybody. Let's check that test result. Okay.
Right.
We might could get married. We might can make it. Because
right,
you were smart. You wrapped it up like you were supposed.
All right. So what if this is a scenario? You in love with this dude? He done told you, everything he thought was important about his past. His, maybe he was with a chick that he ended up getting engaged to, didn't work out. Been in a couple, long-term relationships. He might even, throw a little bit of, I had a couple one-night stands in here and there, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, okay, you overlook that because it's in the past, right? And so then y'all decide y'all gonna get married. Y'all might be married, a year, 2 years, maybe even, almost 3 years. Maybe that much time goes by. And then guess what he finds out? One of those one-night stands. What you gonna do?
And that was before you. You could be upset, but that was prior to you. So why would you? I mean, I understand it's hurtful, but
so what if you find out that he already knew about it though?
I'm gonna slap him inside his goddamn head. Bitch, you should know. Like, we don't, because at that point, to me, you're a deadbeat. Where the fuck is this kid at? We've been together for 3 years, probably a year before that, and you just found out you got this motherfucking kid, bitch. You a fucking deadbeat.
Ain't that sort of like what D Wade did to
get Gabby or whatever?
Isn't that something what Ray Charles did with his wife?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, but she knew about that.
But he was taking care of the kid. Yeah, but he knew about it.
She knew because she was sending their mom money.
Yep.
And he was a fucking deadbeat. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
You couldn't see what was going on, so you really couldn't get a full understanding.
Well, I'm just saying, if you got a kid that I don't know about and we are together, you are a fucking deadbeat. Because there's no way I'm going to be with somebody that got kids and then I don't never see them motherfuckers. Y'all, that just ain't right.
Fellas.
At that point, I can't be with you. You're a deadbeat.
Fellas, reverse the question. What if you're in a relationship? Y'all break up or y'all have a little, hiatus during a relationship. She go out and do her thing. And then...
Oh, it's just a life one?
She just had a one-night stand, right? Yeah, hypothetically. She just had a one-night stand, right? So then, you feel me? Y'all get back together, whatever. And in the mix of y'all getting back together, she found out she pregnant.
So
that
actually happened to me before.
Wow.
Oh shit. This got juicy. Wait a minute. Let me get my tea.
I know, right. That actually happened to me before. It was real weird because it was like, I mean, you know how you just like you hook up with somebody and it just kind of goes a little sideways, and then you guys kind of like split apart a little bit, and then like you said, you get back together, and everything was all good for about a month and a half, and the next thing I know, I started to notice she was getting a little pudgy. I was just like, maybe you know how that is. You just be like, okay, whatever. 2 months went by. Next thing I know, I realized that ain't pudge. and she finally came clean, because she couldn't hide it no more, and it was just like that was a shock, and we weren't like oh my God, we so close to being in love and marriage and all this stuff. I mean, I liked her a lot. She was cool. We dated, like
yeah, she's cool.
I mean, I'm just saying it wasn't like I was like, oh my God, head over heels in love with this chick. It was just that we were at least I thought we were well, we both were kind of operating exclusively, but it was like, it was kind of that kind of relationship, right? We had been kicking it for.
We need to have
like
a show about that topic. But go ahead.
Whatever total, but did have a break, and so, I at the time I was a little just I think I was in shock about how everything kind of happened, but I wasn't like mad, you know what I mean? I was just like, dang, that was like messed up because now she got a kid. And I'm like, now you got to go figure out the situation with this baby daddy because it ain't my kid, so I don't know what to do. I'm like, yeah, it's not, nothing I can do about it. I'm not about to make no decisions on it, And I felt like they needed to work out whatever they had going on, because that was kind of outside of me at the time. I don't think I had ever been with anybody that even had a kid, let alone that had, or maybe had a kid, but not like, you know what I mean, not like pregnant or nothing like that. So it was just like that whole scenario was just shocking to me. But it was, like I said, I wasn't too mad, because I understood the timeline. I did understand the timeline. Understood that it was, kind of like a on again, off again situation that they just got themselves caught up in. I think I was more mad that she was letting old boy smash, and I was like not even doing that. You know what I mean? It was just like, dang, like, you just out there just throwing it, So I think I kind of felt like the you was out here hoeing and dotting and on my time, I kind of felt like that, but that was, I was young, but anyway, I think I like I said, I was kind of growing up about it. I was like, we knew what the situation was, and I kind of felt like, if the roles had been reversed, she couldn't be mad at me if she found out I was kicking it with somebody during that time we were off, right? So I let it be. We kicked it for a little while longer. I tried to like kind of get through it, and then we just kind of fell into the same space where it just wasn't what we were looking for, and kind of broke up. But yeah, it was different. Believe me, I went through a range of emotions of like, man, like what the heck, But then I did the math and figured out, okay, yeah, that was during that time. So yeah, I might be a different dude. I don't know. I don't know. Sound like Clint might have just went off.
Nah. I ain't even going off, baby. I ain't even listen. You getting 3 words from me: peace and prosperity. I am gone. Listen, I don't got nothing to do with this situation no more. You feel me? Word up. I can't do it. I can't do it. You feel me? You better go talk to him. You better go find him. So y'all need to have a conversation. I'm gone. You feel me? Y'all need to figure out how y'all gonna raise that child.
Right. Oh, believe me, that's the first thing I told her was like, hey.
That's a big response. That's what I might tell her. Well, damn, that's a big responsibility you got there. You feel me?
Right. I mean, basically, it's not you, right? It's like what you go.
Yeah, you feel me? I don't know what you expect me to do about your situation.
Right.
It got nothing to do with that.
Right.
You feel me? That is just too much. Hands off. I can't help it.
That's a damn mess. That's why, and it's funny because I was gonna pitch that topic to y'all, kind of, because when you dating somebody, but y'all don't really make it official, so it's like y'all talking to other people, but y'all like really trying to get it to where it's just y'all, but y'all never really speak up, and then life happens and shit happens, and then you got to figure out like what the fuck were we, stupid shit like that. But.
Yeah, I think people go through that all the time, and that's when it gets crazy. And I think that's another reason I always feel like that you have to be it always goes down to communication, right? You have to have those conversations because you don't want that ambiguity, you don't want that disparity later on between the two of y'all because y'all don't let this back and forth, him and Han, and uncertainty allow something to slide in between y'all. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people don't think through that, especially when they're young. I think that happens to a lot of young people a lot, because they,
it happens a lot of grown folk too.
Well, I'm just saying, young people and immature people who don't think through relationships the way they should, and when the relationship for the wrong reasons,
I would say inexperience.
Yeah, inexperience. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Inexperience, but then also immaturity in relationship wise, because people can just be not looking, or not really working towards something, I mean, like me myself, I done been through a marriage, I done been through a bunch of different relationships types and issues and things like that. So when I got back out here to start dating, I was like, I'm looking for a real relationship, not just these games, not this mess people be playing. I'm too old for that, for one, but then two, I felt like I had been through enough that I didn't want to go through all that other stuff anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be him and Han through a relationship and end up with a chick that gets pregnant by some other dude because me and her, him and Han. I don't want to end up in a situation where people are, trying to use me or I'm trying to use them or vice versa. You know what I mean? It's just a mess, there's a drama, when you realize and you get experience in this and you go through enough, you realize you either want to just be in a really good relationship or you don't want no relationship at all. You know what I mean? So I think it takes that to make people realize that, they gotta think these things through, and then they have to be focused on a goal. I'm not out here trying to date somebody just to be chilling and just to be, smoking and drinking and all the other kind of stuff people do get in relationships for. That's not what I'm trying to find a relationship for. I was trying to find somebody that I really want to be with, that really want to be with me and build something. I want a partner in life, not, just some 5-minute thing. So, I went with that in mind, where some people are out here, they just willy-nilly, so.
I agree with both of y'all. I agree with what you and Damon said. Inexperience and immaturity. Because there was times I was inexperienced. Then I got the experience, but the immaturity showed when I didn't learn my lesson. You feel me? Because maybe I didn't think it was my fault.
Right, good point.
Maybe I didn't even understand that there was a lesson to be learned to begin with. You feel me? To me, that's immaturity. You feel me? So it took, for some of us, it take time. It take longer. You feel me? It may take 2 or 3 times to experience something to mature to learn that lesson.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because, go ahead, brother.
And don't get too confused either, because just because you're
definitely
immature,
2 different things.
Inexperienced don't mean you could be mature and learn from the mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, you're probably a little bit younger when your situation happened, and you probably could have handled it a little bit better and differently, but that inexperience, kicked in. So, like, I've had a situation like that myself. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm moving away. Like, I actually, as you said that, I'm like, me and my family moving across country. So, what wasn't my kid, but just I don't want no part of that situation.
Okay, I can do
it. I mean, just from I mean, like you said, the inexperience thing. I thought about that one day. It kind of came to a situation. One of my first real relationships, maybe second, but anyway, it was like the chick asked me this question, right? She asked me a question, and I had like no answer. You know what I mean? It was a relationship wise, and it was then that I was just kind of like, at that time I just was like, how am I supposed to know, or I don't, I didn't know who to ask or whatever. But after going through so many different things over time, and I was thinking like, man, if I could tell my younger self something now, it's like, I would have an answer for that question. You know what I mean? And it's like, I got a lot of answers for a lot of questions now, but it's because of the experience, right? I've gone through enough. I've seen enough. I've talked to enough people. I've seen what they've gone through. You learn so much from watching other people too. It's not just you. Sometimes you got to take a look at other people's relationships and the things they're going through, to realize what's really out here. And you can learn from that too. You don't always have to bump your own head, and that's my thing. I've been, telling my son that, like, look, for both my older sons, it's like, look, you don't want to end up in a situation like XYZ when you can avoid it. And, I kind of kick it to him, kind of give him the knowledge, because it's like, why do you need to go through this when I've already seen the byproduct of it, or I've already seen the ramifications behind it, you know what I mean? And sometimes getting that kind of knowledge is helpful when you're going through something and you don't know where to turn, and because I know at the time for me, I mean, me and my dad, we didn't really have that kind of relationship at that time. And, him and my mom, they weren't the poster child for good relationships, so I wasn't about to ask them. And I didn't really know anybody else with a good relationship back then, so it's like, or had good relationship, scenarios to really give me advice. So, I definitely, when somebody asks me the question, I try my best to answer, with what I've experienced or with other people that have gone through, because I know how important that is to have that advice or have that knowledge or that guidance based on other people's experience, where, you may not know what to do, so.
Mm-hmm.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
Now, before we go into our after show, because there's some things I want to address in the after show. You feel me? That's been happening lately that I think would be a good time. You know what I mean? Good couple topics to talk about. But to finish this off, because we was talking about inexperience and maturity, I think what this comes down to is a little. The topic of the night, comes down to is maturity and experience. You feel me? I feel like, or, what, security, insecurity, both as well. Because, you have to know within yourself what are you secure with dealing with, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And be mature about it. So if you know your partner has a past, you feel me? I guess you have to be mature about it and think about it, go through it. Then from there, you have to be, or are you secure enough to deal with them having a really explicit past, or does it even matter? I'm gonna be honest, y'all. That's why I said, I don't want everybody to say they have my woman. Now I understand at our age, we all have history. You feel me? I'm not saying, I want some, female ain't ever been like improved or nothing like that. You feel me? But at the same time, like, I don't want, you don't want her to be thought of as around the way girl to pass around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Am I wrong for that? Am I being immature for that? I don't know. Am I being insecure for that? I don't know. I just know that's not something I'm willing to deal with.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable. I'm man enough to say that. You feel me? I'm man enough to say that.
Oh, that's real.
Yeah, I mean, and you gotta be able to be comfortable with your situation, right? Because if you're not comfortable with it, you're gonna be the one to lash out or to say the wrong thing or to take things the wrong way, right? You have to realize that that's going to be the truth of your situation if you don't speak up or you don't speak it up. So it is best to realize what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. You don't have to adhere or conform to what we're doing just because it works for us. And that's the important thing to keep in mind. For people out there that's thinking about this is that just because I can overlook somebody's past, it's because I want them to overlook mine. I want them the same playing field that you on. And that was one thing that happened to me too. Is like I had a situation where me and this woman were on whole different playing fields where I was letting her have her faults, but she would never let me have mine, and that didn't work for me, of course, because I'm like, that's not fair. You're not playing fair. And so I think that for a person to be able to honestly say, hey, I can't be comfortable with this scenario because I'm not in that scenario. I'm not. I was never out here thotting and hoeing. I don't need you out here thotting and hoeing in your past. So I can't be comfortable with that. That's just fine. I mean, if that's what your comfort level is, you have to be good with that. Don't feel like somebody's wrong because they allow that in their life. Just realize that we all have our own demons, right? And we all have our own situations and we all have our own preferences, right? But knowing that and being able to be comfortable or not comfortable, to be whole with yourself about that's all that's important, really. I mean, it's an adult here. We have to be comfortable with our situation.
Exactly.
That just makes a healthy relationship. That's basically what I'm trying to say. It makes a healthy relationship when you know what your limits are and you put that out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, guys, it's officially the after show.
Okay. So it's two things. I don't know which one y'all want to touch first.
What's the two things?
The Sacramento shooting of the I think his name's Stephon Clark.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And y'all president offers Joe Biden a feed.
No, first of all, I don't. That's not our
don't
president.
Put that on
that's
me.
just that's the president for right now.
Put that on me.
I'm claiming.
You're not about to put.
You know what?
On us like that.
Fade. Offer somebody to fade on Twitter. You feel me?
Yes, I saw that.
I gotta claim him for a week.
You know what? No, claim him for that one day.
That's my president right there.
No week. It was one day. No, not even a day.
One day.
How many hours was that post up? How many hours did he post it?
Before he acted up and did stupid.
Because he gonna say something crazy.
He basically told Biden, "You're not built like that, my nigga. Like, stop talking crazy." You feel me? Keep my name out your mouth.
Look, Clint. This is what I imagine. I imagine Trump sitting there like one of them chicks from around the way that be like smacking their hands together. He was like, Joe, don't be coming at me. You don't get these hands. I was imagining the whole scenario going down.
No, you got to say something else. Yeah. And on everything I love, I'm going to slap the shit out you, B. That's what he said.
Right out your mouth, B.
Hold on, but
he's gonna put something on his shoulder and knock it off. That's that's what he was.
Like my mom off my shoulder. Like my mom off my shoulder. I'm sorry.
So you gotta walk around in circles, shoulder to shoulder, walk around in a circle. Like, what you gonna do, man? Yeah, what you gonna do?
First of all, they old as hell. They can't fight. You picture them fighting?
Biden would have gave him them hands. I'm telling you.
Because he's skinnier and slimmer. Biden would have been doing that Floyd Mayweather on him, just boop, boop, bopping around. Like, bitch, I got you.
But you got to remember, he just lost somebody. He could use that rage and fuel it against him.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, true.
I give it to Biden on this one.
No, but Biden didn't like Trump a long time ago. You know how much anger that man built up for that man? I think he'll knock the shit out of Trump. I don't know. My money on Biden. That's all I'm saying. Because I already know Obama going to have him trained by Floyd Mayweather anyway. Obama gonna be like, yo, Floyd, train him.
Exactly.
And Mayweather gonna do it for free. He gonna do a pro bono.
Mayweather's gonna be like, yeah, I've been waiting to knock this little nigga out anyway. Let's fuck him up.
Exactly. Yeah, like I said, Commander Tito out here running this country like Death Row Records. He offering fades, he offering hands.
Hold on,
like,
what the fuck is that? Something. What the fuck is that song? What's that song where Tupac made about Biggie? He was like, yes, he coming out like hit him up.
First off, fuck your clique.
And the clique claim.
Sonny didn't have to finish the sentence. I already knew what she was talking about.
Right. Whole political part.
Came out like, bitch, what? but I do believe my money would have been on Biden because Obama would have had his back. Like, bitch, you know you've been my homie. You my ace since I was in the White House. So I got to hook you up with Floyd. Boy, show him what to do. Let him knock that old ass out.
They gave us names with each other. I got your back.
Right. Oh, man.
Trump done told North Korea, listen, we will wipe y'all off the earth.
Yeah.
No, him and Kim Young can go in their own little country and war with each other. We don't want those problems.
Now, who's going to babysit these two? That's what I want to know.
Huh?
Who's going to babysit these two when they have their meeting? That's all I want to know.
Oh, I know, right?
First of all, I need their meeting to be elsewhere, not in the United States. Take that shit to Kim Young and them.
It's supposed to be in Korea, but my thing is I want to see this on broadcast live on TV. We got to see how it go down.
We got to see what happens. Let them be in North Korea, because if North Korea start trying to bomb that shit, at least he there with them. Like, right. You bomb your own area with him in that bitch. Y'all take him with y'all. Don't bring that shit to U.S. We didn't even want this nigga.
This the conflict I have, though. Because if they do link up, at the end of the day, he's still the president. So, like, he can't show no weakness.
He ain't.
You feel me?
No, he not.
Can't
it's
make
not that
America
he's
look
showing
like no
weakness.
bunch of bitches.
No, it's not that he's showing weakness. He acting like a fucking, like he just being an asshole. Like, at the end of the day, it's not, you don't have to show, not asking you to show weakness. We're asking you to respect this shit. This is fucking North Korea. They got way more technology than we do. And you over here starting shit.
What if King John like, man, I need you to have that same energy.
I mean, he got to keep that same energy. Yeah, he do. Yeah, my thing he's got to. If there's gangsters he acted on Twitter, he got to bring that same bravado straight to the negotiation table.
That nigga said, "My button bigger than yours." This nigga, that's childish and petty as fuck.
Bring
our president is King Petty.
You better bring the button with him, set it on the table, and it better say easy. It better say what is that? The easy
it better
button.
Have a big button we ever seen.
It better say easy on that, and then show him what it be like. You know, I mean, he better be Commander Cheeto to the fullest. Then, so
yeah.
No, he gonna be like how he at that high school. I would have run there without no weapon. No, the fuck he would not have. Come on now.
No,
first of all, you wouldn't have ran nowhere.
He needs to cut the presidential theme song when he enters a room and have that 3-6 Mafia hit song in his background when he entered the office. That's all I got to say.
Which one?
Oh, dang it! Which one is that? There's a wrestler who got a song.
Oh, no.
You know who Mark Henry is? No, you know who Mark Henry is, right?
The wrestler,
WWE wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song.
Okay.
Can't think of it right now.
See, I ain't watched wrestling since a long last time. You have me look that shit up.
That mug real to me.
But for real, this is what I was telling Clint earlier. My thing is, as wild as he acts, he's setting a precedence for administration in the future, because you can't come into the White House anymore and be all docile and be all sitting back acting like you want to talk about everything and be all nice and everything. You got to come gangster now. I mean, you literally can't come behind Commander Cheeto and then just be a nerd. You gotta come with it.
He got that shit from Obama. Now he got that shit from Obama when Obama was set up. He's like, folks want to pop off. Now Trump want to be like, bitch, fuck everybody, all you bitches, like everybody. So now it's going to be somebody some crazy person. I don't know who it's going to be next. Whoever it is going to be even crazier than Trump. Hopefully it's somebody sane. I don't know.
Right. We need
somebody. We need a female in there that's like covert and manipulative. That's what we need. We need a petty Trump. Female that's like with self-like quality.
Right.
She gonna know all the passcodes.
Omarosa, no,
she can't be in that. No,
you said petty.
She can't do it.
So you said petty.
She's only petty. She's not conniving.
No, she ain't petty. She's unemployed. We don't need her.
Exactly, and she's unemployed. She don't even have a strategy.
We don't need her. We need to find somebody that's real petty, right? But like low key about it, like on some old slick shit, petty. Got stuff-like qualities. That's like a fucking, I don't know. Like they nice as shit. They look like they're nice as shit and they're cool as shit, but they just do some old evil ass shit on the low. We need in our business.
Anna Marie from How to Get Away with Murder. We need her.
You know what?
That's basically what we need. That's the type of president we need.
He losing all his staff anyway. He losing all his staff. He might be brought up on charges. Like this man about to go out. He ain't gonna make it no 2 terms. If he do,
I think what he did.
I don't know what the fuck.
I think what he made office laughable. Now, he made a mockery of the office. You feel me? I really don't think he is. You feel me? I don't think he's gonna cause as much harm as far as war and all that as people think. I think he just a bad look right now.
Yeah.
You feel me? He a real bad look. I don't know, because when I think of I don't see them letting him cause the damage that Bush did. You feel me? Like it's easy. I know it's easy for us to get caught up in the fuckery. You feel me? But what Bush took lives. You feel me? In my eye, that's how I see it. You feel me?
He destroyed.
Died.
Right, Bush destroyed a lot of stuff. Bush too.
His son. You feel me?
His dad started it off, but you can go there.
His dad started it off, both of them. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it's like he had a vendetta. Like he was hell bent on it. Like people died, man. You feel me? Like you don't get no worse than that.
Right.
This shit for him to me is clowning. You feel me? It shows me the lack of respect that they really have for Barack to allow this.
Exactly.
You feel me? Like in their mind, we like, damn, how we go from Barack to this? In their mind, they like, bitch, y'all have Barack in there. They already they look at Barack beneath Donald Trump. That's how they look at Obama.
Yep. And I was about to say, it's a lot of people who don't think this is a bad look. Some people think he's doing such a great job. I mean, I see so many thousands and thousands of comments of people going, oh yeah, or not thousands of comments, but comments with thousands of likes going, oh yeah, keep doing what you're doing, Commander Cheeto, you the best. We love you, Commander Cheeto. I mean, it'd be like over.
We should make a shirt called Commander Cheeto.
I mean, they love him. They his dirty draws, and his draws are the dirtiest, and and it's ridiculous to me, but for them it's love. They feel like he doing this great job. I mean, a lot of the manipulation that he do, twisting and turning the numbers and the objectives and everything, he taking credit for stuff Obama did, and they eat it up. They eat it up like it's nothing. They feel like it's his word is gold. Everything that he say is spot on, no matter how much they. What's that?
What's crazy? I was watching the documentary The 13th on Netflix, and they were talking about like the first Bush administration, about the stop and frisk and all these things like that that he was saying that he wanted to implement, and then they kind of towards the end they were showing how Donald Trump is trying to bring that back, like he was like back when they was riding against things, and how he was just saying like he was emulating the same way Bush was to annihilate these people of different race, and basically that if you like almost like the Ku Klux Klan's mantra, and like some of the stuff in Donald Trump's rhetoric and how he's doing things it's the same way as Bush. So it's not new ideas. He's just reconstructing the ideals of the first Bush and kind of bringing it back because that's the way he liked it. He liked what Bush was doing.
Right.
So he's just bringing it back, and that's what watching that documentary, it's just them recycling things and putting it in a different package and calling it different by naming it something different. It's the same thing.
Right. True.
He's just going about it a different way. They find ways to manipulate the system to make it work for them. So that's essentially what Donald Trump is doing. I mean, like I don't like some of the stuff that he's been doing. Like even though he's been doing the Twitter gangbanging and all that shit, and just going in the media acting a damn fool, he's actually doing like putting forth legislation to change things back to how they were back when they were doing stop and frisk and stuff like that. So he's changing it, but it's just that it's not like it's so. I think it's like a mask of his actions and everything he's doing is like covering up what he's really doing.
Oh, the deflection.
By changing these different laws.
Yeah, so I noticed that too. That it seems like every time there's some kind of law being put in place or some type of legislation being signed, he does something outrageous, ridiculous, or his administration goes through some kind of flux, or they going after somebody's, head of the department or whatever it is, department heads that he's been trying to, relieve of their jobs, and it's all taking the front page over stuff that's more important, like these laws that they adding in, and these little pieces of legislation that they throwing out there, and they just voting on it, getting it passed. They're rewriting history, and people are allowing it because they're so distracted by all the fanfare and the clownery and
that's exactly what's happening.
Going on, and that stuff is the stuff that keeps circulating in all the not only the regular press, I'm talking about the blogs and everything else, because that's all they're talking about. They're not talking about the stuff that he's doing and that the Republicans are doing that's screwing up the country or that's screwing up people's lives.
Yeah.
And my mom brought up a point to me about the whole tax law thing. It was like she was like, yeah, in a way, he gave some tax breaks to some, people in the middle class, and he gave some tax breaks to working class people. But what they missed was that he took away so many, and the tax law that they signed into law, they took away so many credits and put close some gaps and some loopholes that not only the rich were using, but middle class people were able to use that would allow them to save money or get better credits on their taxes. They closed all that stuff up, or they got rid of so many good credits that we could have been using or that we should have been using, and gave us a little breadcrumb, like $3,000 worth of credits, but instead of that we get $200 or $300. And people are like, "Oh, he's done such a great thing for us," and it's like, no, you missed the point. You lost out on all this over here, but he's allowing the rich people to take those credits, or he's allowing those people to get a tax break, and it's not fair, But people don't pay attention to that.
Yeah, because there's so much other stuff going on. Like even I think people were talking about when they talk about the abortion law early on, that the women's right to choose and all stuff like that. Whatever that law got passed, they changed that law in his first 100 days. But like you said, like we said, it's his actions outside of all this that's covering up for what's really happening. And I hope that people pay attention and not. I mean, we could get caught up in the shenanigans, but pay attention. Like look at the laws that are being passed or being put into motion.
Facts. All right, now have y'all heard about the switch a little bit, the Stephon Clark?
No, I haven't heard about that.
So is that the one? Is that the one where the guy got shot in his backyard?
Yeah, holding the phone.
Backyard.
Oh yeah, I heard about it. I didn't know what the.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
His name is Stephon Clark. It happened in Sacramento. He was in his grandmother's backyard. Police shot at him 20 times, talking about he had a gun when actually he just had an iPhone. You feel me? They showed the video from the body cameras of the officers, and they also showed the video from the helicopter, infrared. And from the body cam, you could basically see, first of all, they don't even announce that they never announced that they were police. Just put your hands up.
Oh, wow.
Know what I mean? And it's like from the time they seen him, and within 6 seconds, they shot him. They shot at him at least 20 times.
Wow.
You feel me? To me, that's murder.
That is. No, it's not. Everybody.
You feel me?
That's murder.
Like, y'all didn't even take, how are they training y'all? Like, how are they training y'all? Like, miss me with that. And then y'all, your initial report, you feel me? Y'all try to lie about it. Like, y'all try to lie about the details of what really went down.
Now, I want to mention something from the D.L. Hughley show. This is strictly from D.L. Hughley. He made a good point. How black men who are unarmed, who is presumed dangerous in the eyes of the law, always get shot and taken out. But a known Caucasian suspect knowingly has a gun, somehow gets taken in free with no harm coming to the person, maybe except going to the fast food chain because he was hungry.
Yeah.
Why? This has been going on for far too long. Now, the day of social media and everything's getting more exposed.
Yeah, but
this is not new.
It's not. But here's the thing. I feel like as much as this is going on and people can see the videos, and like a lot of people get upset that the videos are out there for the see, but I think it should be out there to be seen because they can't lie and say this and that and otherwise. It's a video showing you what exactly it is. So you can't say nothing's been altered. This is the fact. This man was shot and he didn't have a weapon. And it's just sad that in this day and age with this situation, even though it's happening, those cops might not be held accountable. Like it's crazy.
That's my point.
And
like,
even if they're held accountable, they might not even be found convicted. They might not even be convicted of this crime.
They might just lose their job at most.
Yeah, and that's just
they
part
need to go to jail for stuff like this.
No, but see, and here's the other problem with that. Had that been, well, I don't know what color these cops were, but it's more likely for a black cop who has used excessive force or something to lose his job quicker than it is for a cop of white that's white.
Oh, like the girl in Miami Heat.
It should be
like
it should be across the board.
Sorry.
If you're a cop and you use excessive force and shoot and kill someone that is unarmed, you should just go to jail. Period.
Remember when we talked about
Florida?
You said what, Clint?
When we had talked about on our show about the black cop that shot the white lady. Mm-hmm. Remember we talked about?
Oh yeah,
right. Mm-hmm. They're gonna get him. They're gonna get him. You feel me? I just was reading an article the last couple of days saying he got indicted or convicted of murder.
Wow.
For killing that woman.
Of course.
You feel me?
He's not one of them.
Of course.
All the other cops that killed black men all got off.
Of course.
You feel me?
And that's just sad. That's just sad. And it's ridiculous because like and we said this time and time again, people that want to act like this isn't happening, it's not real. Like I feel like as a black person, period, we should not have to explain to our kids, let alone our sons, that, listen, if the cops pull you over, you have to do this. You can't do this. I know they probably stopped you for no reason, but you need to make sure that you're on point because even when you're on point, it can happen.
You're at risk of dying.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, don't breathe.
But like I said, like white people don't have to have this conversation. You know how many times you seen white people get pulled over and lose their goddamn mind and cuss a cop out, threaten them, get out the car, act erratic, and they still breathing.
Mm-hmm. All right.
When you tell a man to reach in his glove compartment to get his ID, and in your mind he grabbed the gun, so you shoot, and now that person's dead. Like I don't, like it's crazy, and I just don't.
What are you so afraid of?
I don't get it. Like what more? What more can we say to you guys? What more do you have to see? Because there's been plenty of videos. What more do you have to see that realize that something needs to change on a mass scale? It's ridiculous. It's
something
ridiculous.
Is seriously wrong and
like
seriously
the cops are to
skewed.
protect and serve, not to shoot and kill.
Mm-hmm.
No, protect and serve. They're for kind only.
But this is the problem that Bush started. That the first Bush started. He started stop and frisk. It started with blacks and Latinos. Okay, anytime you think that they're doing something, you can pull over and stop them. And this is what Trump is trying to bring back.
It's been
stop
going
and
on
frisk.
way.
So when they think that you look guilty or you look suspect, you got to worry about walking on the street, minding your goddamn business, or you could be stopped and frisked and shot and killed. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. That's stop and frisk though. It don't matter. They was stopping frisking niggas before that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, but no, they were, but now you have a law that's saying you're allowed to do this. Like, and it's okay. Like, it's one thing to do it, but it's another thing to be told by the president of the United States, go ahead and do this. This is what we want you to do.
That black cop, his name was Muhammad Noor, and it happened. He killed that Australian lady in Minneapolis last summer. They just convicted him. Well, they just charged him with third-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter.
Meanwhile, George Zimmerman killed a little boy. I mean, this shit is crazy.
Yeah, he went to jail
people
Tuesday.
dying in police custody, and they don't. And this is fucking crazy. I mean, how many more lives? This is like, seriously. How many more lives do you have to see? The evidence is in front of you. You can't deny it, and you think that this shit is okay. Like, that's crazy. Like,
I just want to know, like, how are they being trained?
They're
like, because even if you convict these officers, right? If they're still being trained the same way, it's just going to be more officers come along that do the same type of shit.
You know, I this is my thing. I don't think it's about training. I think it's a mindset. You know, when it comes down to a person saying that they're afraid, they're wearing a uniform, they're holding a gun legally, that they're able to whip out at anybody whenever necessary, and they have the nerve to say they're afraid of an unarmed man or unarmed person, unarmed woman.
That shouldn't stick.
That's a problem with their mindset. They're looking at and like you said earlier, Clint, is that if it's the reverse of a white person that's standing there, they'll let that white person cuss them out. They'll let that white person say all kinds of stuff to them, get all kinds of brolic, but they won't get afraid in. But as soon as the person
there's something
color,
about the black skin that or the Latino skin that bothers them and automatically thinks criminal, and that's sad. Because in their minds, black people always been a criminal. We've been a criminal since we were slaves, and before then we were criminals. In their mind, and it's sad because we were built. Like, we had pride in ourselves, and they took that, and they enslaved us. And even after you enslaved us, and we still survived, and we built our own, the black what is it?
In Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Oklahoma, Wall Street, when they bonded.
Yeah, Black Wall Street, how they saw us as black people, they're scared because not only we went through all that, but we built ourselves up and still kept pushing forward and making better for ourselves, and we were doing good without their help. And it's like, oh shit, they doing something without us. Like, oh, they don't think they better than us. So it's almost like a female with another female. Like, you don't like her because you assume that she thinks she's better than you, and it's not really her. It's just your issue. Yeah, it's the same way with black folks. Mm-hmm. We don't think we're better than you. We're just trying to do for ourselves and be proud of ourselves and be in our pride. And you hate that so much.
I heard that, Clint.
You heard the people
like I
don't.
But yeah, it's just crazy.
You feel me? I just say, you know what I mean? I'm betting on black. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I'm saying we can't when we build ourselves up, they just so lost in it, and they feel like we feel like we're superior to them, and they can't deal with that. They want to shut us down.
The reason why I say the training is because, and the show almost about to close. The reason why I say the training is because, like, you have military people who have spoken out and, like, said, like, they don't understand because their rules and engagement in another country, in a war-torn country, isn't even shoot first like that. Mm-hmm. Where they got to be on alert, child bombers, all types of, you know what I mean, IEDs, everything. And they ain't just running up everybody, shooting everybody that flinch.
But in our own home, that's what happens.
But our own country, like, we're killing our own like that. Why are we training our police like that?
Exactly.
I mean, my thing. This is my thing. I mean, I've even had people who I know are either have been trained by the police or have been police officers or state troopers and that kind of thing. You know, they talk about how they're taught to shoot and how, you know, where they're taught to shoot people at and that kind of thing. And they're like, you know, they shoot at the center mass and they shoot, you know, and it's like, you know, they're taught certain types of holds and methods of keeping people down. And, you know, a lot of times that stuff, they don't translate that stuff properly to the right situations. You know, it's like you putting people in holds or putting knees into people's chests and backs and that kind of thing when the person's like half your size and it's 2 and 3 of y'all on that top of that one person. And it's like stuff like that, it don't make sense, you know. And like you said, with the training is that they need to be trained when, you know, on how and when these things are necessary. Yeah, I can see if you got a person, you know, twice your size and or maybe going
resisting
crazy
arrest.
Like that, you know, right? Really resisting arrest, not that, you know, stuff y'all they like to call resisting arrest when they beating the crap out of people. But
when
you know,
said, "What have I done? What have I done?" Resisting.
Exactly. Yeah, when they have a legit reason, then it's like it's understandable. Okay, I can see that you need to do that. But when you sit up there, got a woman laid on the ground, you know, not even a third of your size, and you kneeing her in the back of her head, your knee on her head and on her back to keep her down, that's ridiculous. That doesn't make sense. Or shooting somebody center mass when they may have stolen a pack of cigarettes, that's ridiculous. You know, stuff like that. It's unnecessary. It's ridiculous, and it's gone too far too many times. You know, like you said, it's been happening. You know, way before the 90s, 2000s. It was happening in the 70s. It was happening in the 50s. You know, it was happening. You know, in Jim Crow. You know, they were getting over on us. But it's something that's got to stop. People's got to stop. You know, or not standing up. You know what I mean? Taking up for these crooked cops doing stuff like this, and then just letting them walk away scot-free. It's people's lives are being lost behind this, and this is ridiculous that they're not punished for what they've done.
You know what?
Exactly.
They still got the KKK. How come we can't have the Black Panthers?
Has too many strong Negroes all at one time.
I'm about to say, we got too many agendas.
That's too many strong black folk up in there that make. That's all that is. But let's wrap this show because I don't want us to get cut off. So give out your information.
Y'all know where y'all
sorry.
No, go ahead, brother.
Agent D-Lo at Twitter. That's it.
Well, y'all know where y'all can hit me at on my blog at kingstruth.com, Instagram, kingstruth609. That's about it, man. How's your boy?
It's your boy, Willie Styles. You can get at me at Willie Styles everywhere, STYLEZ, WillieStyles.info for all my links. That's WillieStyles.com. It's the blog. You can be up there.
And, of course, I am Sunny _D, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Catch me on my blog, unreservedlyme.com. Check out our website, gftradioshow.com. And check out our Teespring, buy some merch, teespring.com/stores/GFT Radio. Bye, guys.
I'm no longer promiscuous.
What? Bye.
When you come to Carrabba's Italian Grill on a Monday, you're going to say,
"Wow, a 3-course meal for only $12.99?
On Amore Monday, get Carrabba's delicious made-from-scratch entrees, including super salad and your choice of an appetizer or dessert.
That's a huge meal for only $12.99. Wow.
Choose Carrabba's homemade lasagna, prosciutto wrapped pork tenderloin, or linguine positano with chicken, plus 2 other courses.
Wow, now I love Mondays.
Come to Carrabba's this Amore Monday for a delicious 3-course meal starting at only $12.99.
Carrabba's. Wow.
When we take care of our own hearts, we're also taking care of the people closest to us. So it's comforting to know that RWJ Barnabas Health has New Jersey's most comprehensive cardiac care program, with access to top specialists, minimally invasive heart surgery options, and rehabilitation and wellness programs. So get your heart checked. It's as easy as visiting rwjbh.org/heart. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.